with a good range 8:15 steeple. Here's our starting list. Wearing hip 1 from Speed River, Genevieve Lalonde. Hip 2 from Winnipeg Optimist, Erin Teschuk. Hip 3 from competing unattached, Alicia Butterworth. Hip 4 from Fizzy Colt, Julie Ann Staley. Wearing hip 5 from University of Regina, Avery Westberg. Hip 6 from Calgary, Sherry Boyle. And hip 7 from Running Room, Emma Nigel. Now Boyle is 42. She's out there competing with some much younger competitors. She is maybe twice the age of Teschuk, but she's going to battle. You can tell she likes to get out there and battle. We already saw, didn't we see her in another race earlier today?
So sounds familiar.
I think we saw her in the 1500. She competed in the senior 1500. So when you're a master, sometimes you compete multiple times in one day, and here's your opportunity right here. She has broken 11 minutes. She's run 10:58. But on the inside are our two top seeds, Lalonde and Teschuk. And they're out to the quick lead. I mentioned earlier that it's about 250 meters before they ever touch their first barrier. Lalonde has very good strength until midsection. She's developed her abdominals, her back muscles. It's fairly comfortable pace for her. Not a lot of rotation in her hips. Fairly easy. Teschuk is definitely a developing runner. There 1-2, Lalonde and Teschuk. Entry standard in the women's 3,000 meter steeplechase is 9:44, and both of these ladies have that. So they are playing with cards in hand.
I've noticed most of them just trying to sail over the hurdle, not put their leg on it too much. Don't want that impact force affecting them later. They'll try and have the hurdle not slow down their momentum too much.
Lalonde and Teschuk have already been selected for the Pan Am Games. So they're going to get to know each other very well.
42-year-old Sherry Boyle still in the game, still in this.
Lalonde and Teschuk know exactly what they need to do. Finish 1-2, move on to the next step. They've already got the standard. So you can't really cover a meter lap because the laps change. They do have an internal water barrier, so they get closer from the start. The 400-meter intervals will get closer as we go. The very first lap doesn't do that because obviously there is no water barrier, but on every lap after that, they do. So we're looking at 2:38 approximately for 800. It's a general estimate. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're running around 9:50 pace. No need to set any records if they don't have to. The championship record actually in this event is 9:59.62. So there is an opportunity here for these two ladies to break the championship record, and they could both do that in this race, depending upon how they feel. That would not be a strain for them, considering their class of competition. 3:20.
Genevieve Lalonde, the fastest steeplechaser in the country this year. Looking to add a national title to her resume. These barriers feel higher as the athletes go, as that lactic acid builds up in their legs.
Something clicked this year for Teschuk. I think it's just the training finally clicked in for her, and she seems so comfortable. This pace is easy for her. She's been consistent all year long.
Recent NCAA All-American at North Dakota State. Obviously, they're doing something right there with her. Has that standard already out of the way. Likely we'll see her at the World Championships in Beijing if she finishes in the top 3.
This is quite a pair of runners here. They're both very young. Lalonde 24, Teschuk 21. It's good to start early. You will see steeplechasers outside of the canyons running into their 30s and competing and succeeding. This could portend for a nice 8 to 10 year career in the international scene unless someone else knocks them out of position. But if they make the qualifying standard and not too many are there, we could be seeing them race against each other for years to come. And obviously, as we saw earlier, you get injuries will knock you down a year or two, but you can still come back as long as you continue to develop. See them jump up on that water barrier here. They step right on top of it so they can push with their foot and get as far out of the water as possible. It is sloped at the very end of the water barrier, but at the very beginning it's flat. You prefer to have it sloped to help you get out of the water. Otherwise, you're going to have to try to hopefully get up on your next step. If you get too low, you might still be, your second step might still be in the water. And these girls typically will jump off the same foot every time just because they feel comfortable doing it. As far as hurdling it, they're just trying to make certain they don't hit it, because hitting it, you're not going to push that barrier over. It is way too heavy.
Teschuk clocks about 70 to 80 miles per week in her high week, so her body is used to this lactic acid, used to this volume, used to this punishment, and all that training is going to come in handy here. This is where it counts.
She's falling a little bit back from Lalonde. Lalonde might be thinking, I want to win this by myself. I don't want to have to come down to a kick. But Teschuk is not letting her get away. 5:36 at around 2,000 meters. Well, a little bit less than 2,000 actually. Again, coming before the stands and once again pressing the pace. As Teschuk closes that gap. Maintain contact. Julian Slowly trying to lead Alicia Butterworth. As their lead is moved to 50 meters. Lalonde and Teschuk. Lalonde put a little bit of a gap on Teschuk, and Teschuk has come right back and closed it. Teschuk saying, hey, I'd like to win a Canadian championship. We never said that this would be the order from now on. We said that these two will be battling for years to come, as long as health permits.
Lalonde trains in Guelph under head coach Dave Scott Thomas, has done wonders for Canadian distance athletes. It seems like a little bit of an oasis down there, and his athletes tend to make teams, national teams, Olympic teams. So Dave Scott Thomas is doing something there, something right in Guelph, Ontario. So Lalonde on a way potentially to a national title. So let's support them as they come out and take the bell and go once more around the track. Genevieve Lalonde, bronze medalist last year, Golden Canada Summer Games, #1. Lalonde and Teschuk. You can see the other ladies pass those barriers. It's always interesting. There's always a technique to it. 1 lap to go. Let's see who wins it this time. 8:36 with a lap to go. Teschuk, she's taking that lead A few more barriers left to navigate, and that water jump, which can be a bit of a problem as heavy as their legs are feeling right now.
And they are on pace to break the Canadian Championship meet record set by Jessica Furlong in 2013 at 9:59.62. This is Teschuk ahead of Lalonde. Like you said, she does not seem to be affected by this pace. She seems very strong right now. 9:16 with 200 to go. I think we're going to see a championship record. Next hazard, literally and figuratively, is the water barrier. Let's see how she feels here. Good, she moves up and past a runner she's lapped. It looks like she's going to sail through for the last 100 all by herself. She's showing a little bit of speed. She doesn't want anybody to catch her. Lalonde, I think accepts the fact that this is not going to be her day. She doesn't seem to be turning on the jets, but she does know that she will have another opportunity both at Pan Am Juniors and at World Championships. Teschuk with a win and a new championship meet record, second for Lalonde. And hopefully, yes, glad they are celebrating together because they're going to be spending a lot of time together this year.
Very grueling race.
Battle for third. It looked like that was Staley got third. Yes, and we unconfirmed, but we do a small confirmation of Staley, followed by Butterworth. They share appreciation for each other's hard effort. It's not only 3,000 meters, it's 3,000 meters over barriers. This race was originally created so that they could have cross-country on the track. The British were torturing people, I think.
I'm with you on that. They were torturing people.
We're not going to make you just do barriers. We're going to make you do barriers into water.